Hello YouTube! Today we got a small unboxing of the Wei-ETech M712, the model 712. Pretty well known World War I weapon, an absolute beast to play. Already played it, not this one, that's a brand new silver, the vintage chrome edition. Like you can see on the package, in Germany we got semi only, and the small magazine is included, and the stock, the large magazines, you can get them separately. So let's get straight in. It's a brand new box, didn't looked in before. That are our retailer papers. So our common instructions, pretty useful on this weapon actually, because it isn't that easy. You should take a look in here, and the exploded view, very interesting by the way. You can modify and tune this weapon so much by yourself. So, oh yeah, I hope you can see it. Now come on, will you focus? Yeah. Never saw it before. Quite amazing. Oh my god. You see that finish? It's like a mirror. It's completely flawless. I'm pretty impressed right now. Yeah, that's the vintage chrome edition. It's a bit more pricey than the normal black one, but I think it looks completely awesome. The fire selector in Germany, it's only semi only. Yeah, look, it locks back like it should do. Yeah, it's even... Ah, you could see it for a moment. It's even lubricated in there. Yep. Take out the mag. Those mags are, by the way, I already bought a separate magazine, the big one. 27 shots around, and those small mags have 10 rounds. The quality of these... Wait, why you don't focus? You don't want to focus. The quality is amazing. It's actually amazing. You can see it by yourself. And also those mags, the long one, surely the long one better. They have like no cooldown. They have so much. That thing is extremely heavy. There's so much metal that just absorbs the cold temperature from the gas when it's expanding, and the magazine absorbs the coldness, so the gas itself won't have a huge cooldown. Those magazines are really amazing. You can with this thing maybe 2 to 3 magazines, so 30 rounds at all, and the big magazines. You have 30 rounds, about 27 in one magazine, and you can get with one gas charge, you can get 3-4 magazines. Think about this. You have 100 without a problem, 100 shots, and that's gas blowback. So you have 100 shots from this larger magazine, from the usual magazine. This vintage chrome edition comes with a small magazine. You have a huge amount of shots you can get out of one charge. Let's have a closer look here again. The markings also on this one. Those are the Chinese markings, pretty beautiful actually. Those are the exact markings that were on the Chinese manufactured pistol. Here we have our small German markings. Safety just pushes the hammer back so it can't knock on the little valve in there. That's the valve knocker, that little thing, the pin. Yeah, you can also take this apart. I will show it further in a second. Let's get to the stock. It looks fantastic, like on the last one I played. It looks fantastic, also works pretty good, the snapping, but it's plastic. You can't say anything about this. It's just plastic. It's cheap. Sure, it sounds like, yeah, you hear what I mean. It's plastic, but wood would be way too pricey. If this is wood, this thing alone would cost 100 euros. So yeah, they have to make it from plastic. And also it's lightweight. It's a good thing. If you're playing, if it's light, that's pretty good. Actually, you can put the gun in here, like on the real one. It should snap together. Oh, yeah, perfectly. Look at this. It looks perfectly. Snaps in this gun. Snaps in the case. So if you're on the field, you get it out, smack it together, and push it together. And there you have your huge M712, and no doubt that is a beautiful weapon. Beautiful as... Yeah, and you can't say anything about this. The weapon just looks completely awesome. The finish it's just a dream. I mean, you pay for it. You pay for it, but it looks... I mean, how good does this look? Seriously. And the grip and all the stock. Very beautiful. Very beautiful airsoft pistol. One of the best backups I can recommend to you, actually. Beautiful thing. At this part I want to quickly show you how the internals work. It's pretty interesting actually. First of all, you got your trigger right in here. This little knob down there on the trigger, that's what pushes up this part. If you cock the hammer, this will happen. This part, yeah, it's loose in here. That will snap in and locks the hammer back. If you now pull the trigger, it pushes this part up, and this will release the hammer tension. But at this moment, the little knob that's pushing in the valve of the magazine will not push out. I can show you again. Look at the little knob. If I put it back and pull the trigger, this pin won't move at all. What you have to do, cock the gun and rack it. And look at the small firing pin back here. If I rack the gun, look closely. Did you saw that? The little firing pin comes out, and at this point the firing pin just went a little bit back, and if I now pull the trigger, then the hammer will push on this on the firing pin, and that will then push on the magazine and on magazine valve. So look at the little firing pin in front of here, 3, 2, 1, and this will knock on the little valve here and will shoot out 1 BB and wrecks the gun all again. It's a semi-auto. Sure, so at this point we can take it even further apart. It's actually pretty hard. The parts all fall out. They're very loose, they just fall out very easily. What I do is lay it on this side. What you're gonna do, you hold the little part that's loose with a finger. You cock the hammer. You pull the slide back a bit. You try to hold all the stuff together. maybe like this. With a bit of force actually, you pull the trigger box out. The first time it could take quite some force, and there we have our trigger box. It's made nice, it's made very durable, there are no hard springs or anything, everything works like a charm. You won't have like a huge you have a huge durability. There's nothing that scratches or anything. The only thing is the little knob scratches in here. That's for the firing pin to reset, what I showed you earlier. If the firing pin gets pushed in, what it is, and the gun regs, it pushes this little thing in and the firing pin will come out again. And if you cock the gun, if you pull the trigger, nothing happens. The gun, the slide, the black slide, also has to go all the way to the front and push this little thing forward, and this will then loose the hammer and gets the next shot done. We can also take the trigger box with those two screws and one screw in here apart. If you want to change the hammer spring down here to get more FPS or less FPS, the gun normally has 1.3, 1.4 joules. You can change it, just shorten the hammer spring or make it even longer. You can like stretch it, the spring, or put some washers under the spring. You can modify whatever you want. Yeah, and the trigger box is pretty nice, works absolutely flawlessly. So, and here's the little mechanism if the magazine is empty. This will hold the slide back if the magazine is empty. Yeah, we can put the gun together now again. What you're gonna do, maybe, I'm not even sure, if you have to do nothing, just pull it in. Yeah, actually you can. Just slide it in, with a force. Yeah, bit of force and that's it. That's it. Now, yeah, just what I said. This part is absolutely loose. It's quite a bit annoying. You take your whole thing, hold this thing in, that it won't fall out. Take your lower part of the gun, slide it carefully, slide it in front of here, slide it in. Then make sure that part, what I said, is all the way in, because if it's not, if it's like a bit, if it sticks out a bit, maybe like this, you can't pull it back. No way, you have to push it to the ground, that it's flat, and then you can. What do you do now? Take your thumb around the trigger box and hold the slide back. And with a lot of force and very quickly, but also gently, smash this whole thing in here again. You have to use quite a bit of force. So I will do this now, and like this. And if this little part snaps all the way down here again, you're absolutely fine. That's exactly what you want. If it doesn't push all the way to the end position, and maybe it's like a bit raised up here, you can try to push it down or pull the hammer back. If the hammer stops right here, then you have to use more force to push it forward. So now, cock your hammer, charge the gun, and it works. So you have it put back together, get your magazine in. So, there you have your gun. Also the slide locks back, like I told you. And yeah, that's it with the disassembly. So thanks for watching. I will see you again if I upload the gameplay, the next gameplay. Actually not with this one, with the black version actually, but it's the same gun. Yeah, that thing is so much fun to play. And yeah, stay tuned for the upload. Have a wonderful day. greetings from Germany, and yeah, I see you later.